Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mountain Girl, and I am with the Condom Lady.
Hello, I am the Condom Lady.
How are you doing today?
I am actually doing very well, even though it's kind of gloomy and a little bit rainy today. I'm quite happy to be alive.
Oh, that's good. I did see some sun poking out in Red Deer today.
Just a little bit, and then it kind of hit again. But
yeah.
I have every faith in the world that it will come out.
Hopefully. Okay, so today we're talking about chlamydia, right?
We are, yes. It's important to know about that, and we'll, as we go through, we'll teach you a little bit more about what chlamydia is, why it's so important to know about it, how to prevent it, how to get tested for it, and anything else that I can bring to your attention and put out there for you.
Perfect. Okay, well, this show is going to be called the
Sexual Health Education with the Condom Lady.
Yay!
And my mountain girl here. Yes.
I will be your host. All right, so the first question I want to ask is, why is it important to know about chlamydia?
Okay, so chlamydia is really one of the most common kinds of sexually transmitted diseases. It is a bacteria, actually. And if it's left untreated, it can actually cause some fairly painful health problems as well as infertility.
Oh my.
So with this one specific, cases have actually been increasing since 1997, mostly due to better lab testing, which is excellent. We're all do that lab testing. That's awesome. As well as, unfortunately, people are not using sexual health protection items.
Okay. So how can you contract chlamydia?
Okay, so, obviously through vaginal sex. You can also contract it and give through anal and oral sex. So if you're not using protection, easily transmittable that way. It can also, unfortunately, be transmitted from a mom to a baby during birth if mom doesn't know she has chlamydia.
Okay. So you said vaginal,
oral, and anal.
Okay, but what about kissing?
Well, typically no, but if you have contracted chlamydia through oral sex and then you kiss your partner or you kiss another partner during the same session, it's quite possible.
Yeah, okay.
So one of the biggest things, especially with chlamydia, it is considered a silent disease because it doesn't cause... There are very few signs and symptoms, and they're quiet ones.
Okay. So, what kind of signs would you see if you had it for a long time and didn't know about it?
Okay, that's awesome. Good question. So a lot of people don't know that they're even infected, that they have contracted chlamydia. So in a woman, there can be vaginal discharge.
Okay.
There can be a burning sensation when you pee. You can also have maybe lower abdominal pain, like a tummy ache kind of thing, and a fever or chills. It can also be painful during sex. And one other ones is you can have vaginal bleeding that happens in between periods or possibly during intercourse. So, and do you see what I mean? Where that in and of itself doesn't ever, if you have a fever and chills, you might just think you have a cold or a flu.
Yeah.
vaginal discharge. You may think you have, say, like a regular bacterial infection that can be just treated like a yeast infection kind of thing. And you can just treat it that way. So it's because it's so, there's no big, huge, hi, you have chlamydia. Like, there's nothing that's really noticeable about it. It could be contributed to a whole bunch of different other things. That's why they call it the silent disease. As for men, men can have, say, a discharge from their penis, which is odd for men. They can also have like a burning sensation when they're going to the bathroom when they're peeing, as well as for them, maybe a burning or an itching at the opening of the penis.
Okay.
And they may experience some pain or swelling in the testicles.
Well, then I am glad I am not a dude.
It can be difficult on dudes. Yeah, that would be scary if their testicles started to swell.
Yeah.
So if you have, say, either for both men or women, you can have an infection in your rectum, so in your butt.
In your butt.
Some of the signs and symptoms of an infected anus or from like anal sex can include rectal pain, so it can be painful, say maybe some bleeding or some discharge. But again, these come from other things as well. You may think you have hemorrhoids. You never know. And with oral sex, it doesn't usually have a lot of symptoms that way. But if you've touched your mouth and then you've touched your eye, you could possibly get an eye infection from the infected genital fluids. Oh, excuse me. When symptoms do occur, they're usually about 2 to 6 weeks after you've been infected. It can take longer for symptoms to appear. And even without the symptoms, however, chlamydia can still be transmitted. It can be shared between partners and can definitely lead to health problems and infertility, especially in women. So if you are at risk, go get tested.
Okay. And speaking of tested, how can you find out that you have chlamydia?
Okay, that's an excellent question. So definitely you would go to either your doctor or your sexual health clinic. I know Red Deer has one. Most major cities have a few. And you can go and get, usually it's either a urine test, you can do a blood test, but usually it's a urine test that you would have to do for chlamydia.
Okay. So, what happens if you test positive?
So, if you test positive, one, you might get somebody to talk to you about how to use condoms correctly, how to use them at all if you don't know. And then you get a course of antibiotics that could take anywhere from 7 to 10 days. Please, if you do get your antibiotics, take them for the entire time. You get them so that your entire body is clear of chlamydia. But please know that even if you take your antibiotics the entire time, that you can still contract chlamydia if you're not using protection.
Okay. So how can people prevent getting chlamydia?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
Miss Condom Lady.
Being that I am very much a proponent for safe sex, fun, but safe sex, using condoms. And there is a wide variety of condoms out there that can add to your sexual fun, but yet still leave you being protected as well as your partner being protected. And definitely, like, there's I'm more than willing to teach anybody how to use a condom correctly and safely to ensure that you do not contract STDs like chlamydia. We have lots of them at our office available for free. We have all sorts of sexual health items and I offer them to everybody for free. I will even create packages for you so that you can take them home. There's glow-in-the-dark ones, tattoo ones, and we have some that are just super thin and yet really strong so that they protect you really well. So definitely condoms, as well as you can use things like sexual health dental dams, and learning how to use those can be a lot of fun.
I bet they can. So I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Is there anything else people should know about chlamydia before we end our talk?
Yes, there is a couple of different things. So, want to know that chlamydia it affects disproportionately younger women, younger active adults. So, but especially women that are 15 to 24 years old. So definitely make sure, ladies and gents, that you have your condoms. Make sure you have them. I'll make up a package for you, no problem. Also, there is, want people to know that about 40% of women can be infected and not even know that they have chlamydia. It can cause things like pelvic inflammatory disease.
Oh boy.
So there are some serious things. Please make sure you get tested, even if you're getting tested every 3 to 6 months. Mm-hmm. If you're an sexually active person, go and get tested. If you have multiple partners, definitely go get tested. Make sure you use those condoms, but still go get tested. Very, very important. I think that a lot of people kind of get put off about being tested, but it's a fantastic way to look after your sexual health. We have lots of people that you look after your dental health, you look after, go to the doctor and make sure that you're healthy that way. This is just another way of protecting your own self and protecting your sexual health. Testing.
Good thing. Always good thing. No need to worry about it.
That's right.
Just go get tested and you'll be fine.
Absolutely. And if you have any other questions about chlamydia or any other STD, please feel free to get a hold of me at Shining Mountains. The phone number there is 403-346-9794. As well, we will be setting up the address and an email address that you can get a hold of me at the bottom of the comments section.
Perfect. All right, so if anyone else has any questions for the condom lady, you can call us or you can leave a comment in the comment section. Hope you had a great day. Bye.
Bye.